Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is a fantastic day to dive deep into the chaotic, unpredictable world of Los Angeles. Grab your favorite drink, get completely comfortable, and prepare yourselves because the sheer level of drama we are unpacking today is going to leave you absolutely speechless. We have a massive confrontation on our hands, and it is about to change everything. Let's just put it all out on the table right now. What happens when Taylor Hayes finally puts her foot down and completely rejects Sheila Carter's insane demands? Does this push Taylor directly into the line of fire? Let's be honest. Anytime someone tells Sheila no, the body count usually goes up. Today, we are breaking down the terrifying moment Sheila approaches Taylor and Deacon with an ultimatum that is quite frankly sickening. Sheila is once again pushing for 2 guaranteed visits every single month with her son Finn and her grandson Hayes. Can you believe it? She is actually trying to hold her marriage hostage to get access to Steffy's family. Taylor, being the brilliant psychiatrist she is, immediately works to convince Sheila that this demand is completely out of her hands. Taylor explains that she has absolutely zero control over this situation and that Steffy Forrester Finnegan would never in a million years agree to such a toxic arrangement. But here's the surprise. Sheila doesn't care about logic. Deacon Sharpe, bless his naive heart, actually drops to his knees metaphorically and begs Sheila to just sign the divorce papers without forcing them to meet her delusional conditions. But we all know Sheila, right? There is no way she is going to agree to that. Sheila flat out refuses. And now Taylor is paralyzed with a very real, very terrifying fear that the old Sheila is back. Taylor is seriously wondering if she is about to be physically attacked just because Sheila isn't getting her way. That's crazy. Now, let's dive into the massive 70% value-added analysis of this explosive situation, because the psychological warfare happening here is off the charts. I absolutely despise how Sheila operates, but from a purely analytical standpoint, her manipulation tactics are a masterclass in villainy. Sheila Carter does not view relationships, she views transactions. In her twisted, psychotic mind, these divorce papers are not legal documents, they are a currency. She knows that Deacon desperately wants to move on and build a beautiful, peaceful life with Taylor. So, what does Sheila do? She weaponizes that desire. She looks at Finn and Hayes not as human beings who need protection, but as successor characters in her own delusional royal family. She believes that by holding Deacon's freedom hostage, she can force Taylor to do her dirty work and manipulate Steffy. It is a brilliant, albeit evil, strategy. But you won't believe what happens next in Taylor's mind. We have to talk about Taylor Hayes and the severe, crippling PTSD she must be experiencing in this exact moment. I love Taylor, I really do, but my heart breaks for her because she is standing face to face with the woman who literally shot her and left her for dead back in 2002. When Sheila's eyes go dark, when that infamous sinister smile creeps across her face after Deacon begs her to sign the papers, Taylor sees it all. The micro expressions of a psychopath. Taylor is a world-renowned psychiatrist. She reads people for a living. And in this moment, Taylor realizes the terrifying truth. Sheila has not changed. Not even a little bit. The rehabilitation was a mask, a temporary performance to get Deacon. Now that she is losing him, the mask is slipping, and the monster is baring her fangs. Taylor's fear of being physically attacked is not paranoia. It is a historically accurate survival instinct. Let's shift gears and talk about Deacon Sharpe. I have such a love-hate relationship with Deacon right now. On one hand, I am totally rooting for him and Taylor to find happiness. They have this amazing chemistry, and they both deserve a break from the endless Forrester and Logan drama. But on the other hand, Deacon is being incredibly, dangerously naive. How could he possibly think that Sheila would just sign those divorce papers and walk away quietly? Has he forgotten who he married? Deacon is acting like a middleman in a corporate negotiation, pleading with Sheila to be reasonable. Newsflash, Deacon. Sheila Carter and Reason have never been in the same room together. His desperation to protect his romance with Taylor is actually making the situation worse because it shows Sheila exactly how much leverage she holds. And we absolutely cannot ignore the massive elephant in the room, Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Taylor is absolutely right to use Steffy as the ultimate boundary. Steffy is the gatekeeper to Finn and Hayes. But let's look at the broader picture of what is happening in Los Angeles right now. Steffy is currently being pushed to her absolute limits. She is dealing with the explosive fallout of Ivy Forrester's intercepted letter scheme. She has Elektra threatening to quit. Will and R.J. are getting into physical scuffles in the design room. And on top of all that, Brooke Logan is secretly plotting to steal Steffy's co-CEO position. The tension at Forrester Creations is at a boiling point. If Taylor were to go to Steffy right now and say, "Hey, Sheila wants 2 visits a month in exchange for Deacon's divorce," Steffy would absolutely lose her mind. The family feud would go nuclear. Taylor knows this. Taylor knows that bringing Sheila's demands to Steffy would be like throwing a match into a fireworks factory. This brings us to some massive fan theories and predictions for the upcoming May sweeps. We all know that B&B loves a slow-paced plot that suddenly explodes into a massive plot twist during sweeps month. The writers have been carefully breadcrumbing this Sheila and Taylor dynamic for weeks. My prediction? Sheila is not going to wait for Taylor to talk to Steffy. Sheila is going to take matters into her own hands. I believe that Sheila's refusal to sign the divorce papers is just phase 1. Phase 2 is going to be a targeted psychological torture campaign against Taylor. Sheila wants to break Taylor's spirit so completely that Taylor will willingly leave Deacon just to escape the terror. But what if it goes further than that? What if the old Sheila really is back in full force? We are talking about a woman with a history of kidnapping, poisoning, and attempted murder. If Taylor stands her ground and completely blocks Sheila from Finn and Hayes, I am genuinely terrified that we are going to see another physical altercation. Imagine the suspense. Picture Taylor alone in the beach house, or working late at her office, and the lights suddenly flicker. Sheila doesn't just want visits, she wants total control. If she can't have Deacon, and she can't have her son and grandson, her twisted logic will dictate that nobody can have them. Let's be honest. The suspense is absolutely killing me. The dynamic between these 3 characters is a powder keg. Taylor is trying to use clinical logic on a woman who operates purely on obsessive emotion. Deacon is trying to use emotional pleas on a woman who views emotions as weaknesses to be exploited. It is a completely mismatched battlefield, and Taylor is the one standing on the front lines without any armor. I am deeply concerned that Taylor's realization that Sheila hasn't changed is going to come too late. By the time Taylor tries to sound the alarm, Sheila will already have her next deadly trap set. And you have to wonder about the internal logic of the show here. The writers are deliberately contrasting the corporate power struggles at Forrester Creations with the literal life and death stakes of Sheila's obsession. While Brooke and Katie are fighting over business and fashion lines, Taylor is fighting for her actual life and the safety of her grandchildren. It makes the Logan family drama seem almost trivial compared to the looming threat of a Sheila Carter rampage. So where does this leave us? Deacon is trapped in a marriage on paper with a psychopath. Taylor is trapped in a terrifying waiting game, constantly looking over her shoulder. And Sheila is sitting back, holding all the cards, ready to unleash absolute hell on anyone who stands between her and her delusional vision of family. The upcoming episodes are going to be a masterclass in psychological suspense. Will Deacon finally realize that he can't negotiate with a terrorist? Will Taylor's survival instincts kick in before Sheila strikes? And what will Steffy do when she inevitably finds out that her children are being used as bargaining chips in a divorce settlement? I want to hear from all of you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Taylor is in immediate physical danger? Do you hate how naive Deacon is acting right now? And what is your ultimate prediction for Sheila's May Sweeps plot twist? Thank you so much for tuning in to B&B for Phone. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay with us as we continue to track every single explosive detail of this incredible storyline. Until next time, stay safe and keep watching the drama unfold.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.